Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Gordon Zulu. So today we will look at simple interest and compound interest, where we have terms like principal amount. This is the amount of money that is initially borrowed from the bank or invested. And you have the rate of interest, which is abbreviated in R or I. This is the rate of interest at which the principal amount is given to someone for a certain period. And you have time, which is abbreviated in letter T. This is the duration for which the principal amount is given to someone. And you have accrued amount. This is the principal amount plus the interest amount the person returns to the bank. So if you're finding the simple interest, we use this one. Where if you're finding the simple interest accrued, we use this one. If you're finding the compound interest, we use this one. If you're finding the compound interest accrued, you use this one. But how do you tell to say it is at this point that you need to use? So how do you know to say it is at this point that you need to use the simple interest formula, the simple interest accrued formula? You know by reading the question and understanding it. So with me, I have three examples to cater for both simple interest accrued and compound interest together with simple interest or simple interest accrued. So these are the three examples I have. So with me, these are the three questions. We have the first one there, which reads, after 3 years, what principal value will amount to 1,100 at 8% compounded monthly? So remember, we have looked at compounded in other videos where we said the rate can change from where it will be divided by M and the time will be multiplied by M. So in this case, we will start with solving question 1. Remember, it reads to say after 3 years, where we have our time to be 3 and we do not have our principal, but we have the accrued amount. Just from the English itself, you can tell to say will amount to 1,100. So we have the accrued amount, which is 1,100 at 8% compounded. So which means we are looking at the compound formulas, either compound interest or compound accrued. But since we came to a conclusion to say we are looking at accrued amount, so we will deal with the compounds interest accrued formula, where we'll change the rate to a decimal by dividing 8% with 100. So remember, the question read to say after 3 years, what principal? So we know to say compound interest accrued is equal to principal 1 plus R to the power T, where they said it will accrue to 1,100, where the principal we don't know, the rate we know to say it is 0.08. Then remember, we said compounded monthly, divide it by 12 and multiply the number of years by 12, where the number of years were equal to 3. So in this case, we know to say principal 0.08 divided by 12, that is 6.67 times 10 to the power negative 03 plus 1, giving us 1.0067. Then 12 times 3, that is 36, where we'll have this one here. Then remember, our main interest is to find the value for P. So we know to say here we can say 1.0067 to the power 36. That is 1.272. Then from here, we're interested in P, so divide both sides by 1.272 and also this side by 1.272. So the principal will be equal to 864.8 kwacha. So this is the principal amount that will amount to 1,100 after a period of 3 years. So we have the second question there, which reads to say 100 kwacha is subject to interest at 12% compounded quarterly. What is the accrued amount after 1 year? So we know to say we are looking at now the compound interest accrued formula again. So that's how you determine. The question itself will always read and guide you. So in this case, 100 kwacha is the principal, while 12% is the rate, and we have the compounded period to be. Remember I said quarterly is 4. So change 12% to a decimal by dividing it by 100, giving you 0.12. So this is our computation for the second question. So remember, we have compound interest accrued being principal 1 plus r to the power t, where we have the principal to be 100 kwacha, we have the rate of interest to be 0.12 over quarterly, which is 4, then we multiply the time. Remember the number of years, they said 1. So from here now we can say 100, 1 plus, so we know to say 0.12 divided by 4, that is 0.03 to the power. We know to say 4 times 1 is still 4. So 100, when we add here, it will give us 1.03 to the power 4. So we have 100. We know to say 1.03 to the power 4 is 1.126. Then from here, we can multiply 1.126 multiplied by 100. It will give us 112.6. So this is the accrued amount. So we have the third question there, which reads to say 1,200 is invested at 12.5% simple interest. How much will have accrued? So again, it's simple interest accrued, where we not say simple interest accrued is given by. So this is the formula for simple interest, where we have the principal to be 1,200. We have the rate, which is 12.5. We convert it to a decimal by dividing it by 100. That will give us 0.125 when we multiply with the time, which in this case it is 3. So we haven't been given the number of compounding, so we leave it like that. So 1,200. Then from here we multiply 0.125 times 3. It is giving us 0.375. Then from here now we can add this, where we have our answer to be 1.375. Then we multiply the 1.375 by 1,200, giving us 1,650. So this is the simple interest accrued. This is how you approach the compound interest, simple interest. You check how the question has been brought. You read and understand. So this is your host, Gordon Zulu, signing out. Please remember to share, like, and subscribe. Thank you.